Hey guys, what's up? To another video on Cycle Fanatics. We're here at JD Cycle Works, and we just actually, me and Glenn, you see Glenn right there, we actually just had the DARKHORSE CRANKWORKS compensator installed on the bike. So now we're actually going to be heading out back home, and we're gonna see how the bike rides, the difference, and give you guys a review, give you guys a full review on the part, and we'll I'm gonna basically explain why me and Glenn chose to have this done. There's a couple different reasons for it, so you know, let's get into the ride now. And this is going to be, I took it for a little spin as soon as Dave was done, and I definitely noticed a difference right away. So what I could tell you with the DARKHORSE CRANKWORKS compensator, first and foremost, is it definitely removed a lot of the clunkiness, like I said it was going to, or like I should say Dave said it was going to, when you shift. So you still hear a little bit when you just put it into first gear, but not as bad. But as far as every other gear, it's really smooth. The shifting's really smooth. Another huge thing is that the throttle, the bike feels more, believe it or not, direct, like responsive, because you don't have all that steel moving around. This is whole one solid piece. There's no play. So it feels more direct. As you guys seen, if you watched the previous video, you guys could see the difference between the stock compensator. It's a not even a forge, it's a cast piece of steel that has a high potential to shatter. As Dave showed you guys, anything over, he recommends anything over 100 horsepower, like these stage 2 builds or above, definitely highly is recommended, because God forbid if that compensator, stock compensator, were to shatter, it's a high potential of the rear wheel locking up on you, and you definitely don't want that happening. It's one thing if you know, you're going slow somewhere around town, but if you're on a highway and God forbid you're in a turn, would be even worse. So also, if it shatters and you're safe and nothing's happened, the problem is obviously your bike's not rideable anymore. You're there calling for a tow truck. So I would definitely highly recommend changing it. Definitely to any one of you guys that do have the stage 2 or above, I would say it's a must do. And for the most part, like I said, it definitely took out a lot of the noise. It feels more, the power feels more direct to the wheel. See, there's nothing, it feels so much tighter. Absolutely. But I can't stress it enough, it's the biggest issue is the safety aspect of it. You don't want that compensator shattering in your primary. The shifts feel more crisp. And it definitely feels more direct, the power. It doesn't feel loose anymore. Still taking it easy because there's still a lot of wet spots. Don't know if they're frozen over. They had a lot of salt down on the roads before. Here's my buddies over here on the right. Where are they? No, they didn't look today. Just feels real tight now. Wow. I'm curious to see, this is my review, my opinion. I'm curious to see what Glenn thinks, because he just had the same thing done to his bike. So I'm curious. So you figure about $500 for the part and about an hour and a half, 2 hours of labor. You're looking at about $700, you know, to do this. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. Even just as far as the safety aspect of it, it's well worth to do it. I mean, if you're out on a far ride, you know what I mean? If you're on a far ride, a couple hundred miles, and the compensator shatters, well, shit. I mean, just a tow truck alone, just to get home, is going to be $500, $600, $700. So I would say it's definitely well worth it. And that part is built like a brick shit house. I mean, there's nothing on that part that is going to break. I think also Glenn asked, you know, how long they do sell like a bushing kit for it, as far as how long it has to be, the Teflon bushings would have to be replaced. We're not sure yet, because I guess the product's pretty new. I don't know, I'd have to look it up, maybe do some research about it. But Dave said he knows somebody that already installed it on the bike and has well over 10,000 miles on it, and no issues. But like I said, there's just nothing breaking. There's nothing breaking on that component. Yeah, even though those bushings wear out, I mean, it's still that nothing's going to happen. You can still ride the bike. It's going to be maybe a little looser, little in the play of it, but we'll have more play. But you can still ride. It's not going to make you have to you know, tow the bike home. So anyway, I would highly recommend it. Definitely check them out. JD Cycle Works in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Great guy. Great to deal with. Super friendly, and he knows his shit. He's a master on the dyno. He'll definitely squeeze every single last bit of horsepower that he can out of your bike. Some people ask me also what tuner I use. So you guys know, I have a TTS tuner on the bike. That's what Dave recommends, and he's familiar with all the tuners, but he really likes using the TTS. I asked him one time kind of why. I think he said because there's just a lot more parameters that you can change, or as far as the air fueling with the TTS. So that's what we went with. That's what he primarily uses at the shop. What do you think?
It definitely feels different.
It does, right?
The shifting isn't as buttery soft as it used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's because the clutch plate's got to break in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Glenn also got new clutch, like I said, the Recluse clutch, new clutch plates. They have a around 100-mile break-in period. Damn, his bike's loud too. Alright, so definitely check it out. DARKHORSE CRANKWORKS compensator. Check it out on their website. I'll have all the links down below in the description. Huge thanks to them. Huge thanks to them. I appreciate it for hooking me up with this product. Huge thanks to Dave for hooking me up with the install. Definitely come check them out. Anything that you guys need, suspension, engine, brakes, whatever you guys need, dyno tune, full engine builds, he does it all. Definitely feels more tighter. Love that feeling. It just, again, like the suspension, it just makes the bike feel more premium. I want to also touch base really quickly on the Legend suspension. It is absolutely fantastic. Like I told you guys, that's the first thing I would do as soon as you take your Harley out of the showroom floor. Definitely replace the stock suspension, get your Legend suspension, your front axial cartridges, and the Revo A's in the back, or the ARCs in the back. It's night and day, and it's like the biggest thing that I've done to the bike, and it just makes the bike that much more enjoyable to ride. And I would say this I should have done as well if I knew about it. The compensator, not only does it make the bike tighter with the powertrain, makes the bike more premium feel, but it's a huge safety thing, especially for stage 2 or above. So I wanted to touch base really quick about the Legend suspension. So after I had the Revo A's in the back, and then we had the Legend axial front cartridges put in, and what I noticed on these past couple rides is the front is beautiful, it's stiff, it just soaks up any kind of bumps or potholes in the roads. But the back was, when we'd be going around, we'd be, cutting a nice turn, some twisties or something, the ass end would kind of give me a little bit of this. So I had it set on 2. The settings go from 1 to 6 on the back of the Revo A's. And on the way here, Glenn recommended to me, I explained to him what was happening with the bike. Glenn recommended click it up a notch or two, and what I did, I set it on a 5, and now it's settled the bike down to where it's kind of even. The rebound stiffened it up, and it's kind of leveled out the bike now to where the back feels like the front, and now it's absolutely amazing. Look at how tight that is. Woo! Tight, crisp, and responsive as hell. Alright guys, so that's it for the DARKHORSE CRANKWORKS compensator review. It's definite thumbs up. I would definitely recommend it highly. Get it, check them out. All the links will be down below in the description. Links to JD Cycle Works will be also down below in the description. Give them a call if you need anything. And stay tuned. Sunday looking like a great day, and we'll have a awesome ride video for you guys. So we'll see you then. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button, and we'll check you guys out later on the next video on Cycle Fanatics. Peace out, brothers.